No, I don't think.
I found a blackjack. With
That definitely shouldn't be in. Perhaps we should take a look at the living quarters, too.
living quarters? Do people live down here?
Not at the moment, but it's where most of the scientists stay while they're giving me a hand on the project. Let's head in. The living quarters can be found behind the door at the back. Let's look.
Stay away from me!
Georgiana! It's me! Calm down.
Reuben, Carla, how glad I am to see you. For a moment I thought I was a goner.
What happened, Georgiana? Why are you here?
Oh, dear. I'm not entirely sure where to begin. I was prepping the food for tomorrow's breakfast in the kitchen. Wait, it's still Wednesday, right?
Yes, it's nighttime.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure how long I was out for.
Are you telling us someone knocked you out?
I think so. But they sneaked up on me from behind. If it was a fair fight, I would have given them a run for them.
Georgiana, how do you feel? Maybe Catherine should take a look at you.
I'm fine, dear. It takes more than that to hurt me.
I'm just happy to see that you're safe and sound, Mrs. B. Would you mind telling us what you remembered then? It will help us fit the pieces to... You said you were prepping food for breakfast, didn't you?
That's right, I was. I was getting some ingredients from the fridge when I noticed someone going down into the wine cellar. So I followed.
Did you see who it was?
No, but I was hoping it was Reuben so I could have a word with him.
When did this happen?
I don't know the exact time, but it was a bit after you came to ask about Jax.
All right. Please, go on with the story.
I followed the person downstairs, but these old bones ain't as quick as they used to be. When I did reach the cellar, I only saw the Haven elevator door closing.
So you kept following the person down here?
Well, yes, dear. I did think it was rather strange that when I called for Reuben, no one responded. I thought something fishy was going on, so I went down in the elevator too.
And how did you end up here?
When I reached Haven, the door to the creative hub was open. So naturally, I went in. Then everything went dark. I'm sure that's when I was knocked out. Next thing I know, I wake up and hear voices coming from the other room. And here we are.
Is there any way you can prove any of this?
Well, no. But before coming down to Haven, I took my blackjack for defense.
Okay. But what made you take it? Didn't you think that it was Reuben going into the wine cellar?
I did, but found it very concerning when no one answered me. Reuben always answers, and after getting locked in the fridge before, I'm taking no chances. I always keep my club close.
Okay. I think I more or less have a picture about what happened here now. And you can have your blackjack back, Mrs. B.
Oh dear.
Where did you find it?
It was back in the room where you got knocked out.
That's when I must have dropped it.
Well, at least this part of the story checks out. Georgiana, let me lead you back upstairs. I think you've been through enough.
Oh yes, dear. That would be splendid.
Carla, I'll be back in a minute.
All right. I'll look around here in the meantime. The doors are locked. No sign of a break-in on any of them. An ordinary coffee table. Chloroform? This is probably what was used to knock Mrs. B out. I'd better take a photo for evidence. I should take the chloroform bottle too, and show it to Reuben. I doubt I'll find anything else down here.
Georgiana is still a bit shaken, but she should be fine after a couple hours of rest. Did you manage to find anything else, Carla?
I found found a bottle of chloroform and a napkin that had been thrown into the trash bin.
Chloroform? Can you show it to me?
Of course.
As I figured. The bottle was taken from the Haven's laboratory. What do you think, Carla? Do you believe Mrs. Bird?
I do. Everything she said added up. Honestly, I don't see a motive for her to break in here either.
That's reassuring. My thoughts were the same. We should probably go over what we found.
Fairly certain the intruder broke in to find more info on Genetica. And from Mrs. Bird's story, we know the break-in happened around the time we had the interview.
Right. Do we know where everyone was during that time?
Not really. Only that Mrs. B was in the kitchen and that she followed someone into Haven.
It won't be easy to determine who could have done it just from the time. Perhaps we should think about this from a different perspective. There is one thing that's been lingering at the back of my mind. Why did the security alarm go off?
Maybe they did it on purpose.
That's what I was thinking. But why would they trip the alarm on purpose? There has to be a reason.
Chances are, they thought they could blame the break-in on Mrs. B.
Or Georgiana could have triggered the alarm on purpose to make herself the victim and avoid suspicion.
Do you really think that's the case?
Probably not. But I wouldn't throw any theory out the window at this point. Let's head to the entrance hall. There's one last thing I need to check on.
Sure, let's go.
Carla, what I'm about to show you is top secret. You have to promise me to keep this between the two of us.
Of course. I'm not sure what I should be looking at.
Behind this wall lies a secret vault I built to keep my most valuable possessions. Carla, you have the code to open it.
I have the code to open it? What are you talking about?
I gave it to you on your first day here. Remember the musical notes I wrote down for you?
I'm a bit confused. Why would you give me piano notes as the code for a secret vault?
I gave it to you as a puzzle at first. I thought it'd be interesting to see if you could solve it.
Why?
Well, I did my research on you and your reporting acumen before you got here. I thought it would be an interesting experiment to see if you could figure it out.
I can't believe you would conduct an experiment on me.
I'm sorry. Perhaps experiment was the wrong word to you. It was supposed to be more of a fun riddle for you to solve. I didn't expect everything would take a turn for the worse and end up the way it did.
I doubt any of us expected it. All right, Ruben. What do you want me to do?
Place the piano note by the lock. It's the key that opens it.
I need to enter the same sequence as in the note.
Wait, this melody. Ruben, I think I've heard it before. Ruben, did you write this melody?
I did, a long time ago. This melody holds a special place in my heart. There's a lot more I'd like to share with you, but we're best leaving it for another time.
Can't you tell me more now?
I don't think this is the right place or time for that. So, before we waste too much time, let's go into the vault.
All right, but I want to hear all about it after we sort this out.
Welcome to the vault. This is where I keep my most valuable possessions.
There's so much history down here.
I thought you'd like it. Sometimes I find myself coming down here to remember how far we've advanced as a society. Right. I think we got a bit sidetracked. We're here to find a blue folder containing notes on Genetica. The last time I was down here, I rearranged some things. I'm not exactly sure where I put it last. Mind giving me a hand finding it?
Of course. You can count on me. There should be a way to turn the clock hands. I found your folder.
You're amazing as always. Pass it over, would you? Great. The notes on Genetica are still here.
Are you planning to take them with you?
No point. I'll leave them in the vault. After all, the notes are all here. That means the
Oh, right. How come? Isn't this room connected to the Haven system?
The lock isn't. The intruder could only get in by knowing the combination.
Who knows the combination?
Only you and me. Anyway, the folder will be secure here. What we should be concerned about are our next steps.
Do you have anything in mind?
I'm a bit concerned about Sam. I don't think he would have left his self-appointed post without a good reason.
Any chance it was the Admiral who broke into Haven?
I don't believe so, but I'm not writing off the timing as a coincidence.
It might be
That's why we should investigate this. Let's head to the cliffside. There's a chance Wilkinson's already back at his post.
No one's here, Ruben.
Let's check. Maybe he's inside.
It's locked.
He's probably not inside then.
Ruben, Carla, can you hear me?
Dr. Cat, what's going on? Where's the Admiral?
I'm not sure. Sam locked me in here a while ago and left. All he said is that he needed to take care of some documents.
Documents?
Reuben, while you're still here, I'm sorry I took the notes about Jeannie. I was trying to help.
Kat, I never doubted your intentions. Once we find Samuel, I promise I'll get you out.
Thanks, Reuben. It's more than I could ask for.
Dr. Cat said something about paperwork the Admiral needed to complete. Any idea what paperwork she's talking about?
No, I'm not sure.
Let's check the Admiral's suite then. Maybe he's back in his room.
Sam's not here.
I didn't think it'd be that easy. If he's not here, maybe there's something here that might lead us to him.
What do you have in mind?
Let's keep our eyes peeled for any documents.
All right, I'll check his suitcase.
It's empty. I need to fill it with water. What did you find there, Reuben?
The Admiral was writing a report on Genetica. A rather detailed one, too.
Interesting. I found a contract next to the table. Maybe it has something to do with it?
Let me have a look. Sam was preparing to sign a contract with me.
What contract?
Regarding Project Genetica's regulations and use on U.S. soil, I knew that Sam was here to evaluate the project's progress, threat level, and potential government uses. But I didn't know he came to the island intending to seal the deal too. Anyway, most likely, these are the documents he mentioned to Dr.
Okay, so we have the documents. But where is the Admiral and why isn't he here?
He might be missing something he needs for the contract.
Reuben, do you know what he's missing?
No idea. But he left most of his belongings on the boat when he first arrived. So, whatever Sam needs probably sank with the boat.
What are we waiting for then? Let's go to the boathouse and see if he's there. Well, the diving gear is here. Dry, too. Doesn't look like the Admiral went swimming. I don't think the Admiral was in here. The diving gear doesn't look like it was used recently.
I was hoping we'd find him here.
It's just a guess. But a lot of things from the boat washed up on the shore. I bet if he is searching for something from the boat, it'll be there.
Good thinking, Carla. That might be it. Let's go. Sam, We've been looking all over for you.
If you're here to talk about why I locked up Dr. Cat, then don't bother. I did what I had to do.
Catherine is not a threat. Not to you, or to me, or to the project.
What makes you so sure?
While you had Dr. Cat under lock and key, someone broke into Haven and stole classified files about Project Genetica.
What? Why didn't you come and find me sooner?
I tried to find you before, but you weren't at the cliffside, Sam.
All right, my fault. I assume you believe Catherine couldn't have stolen the file.
I'm certain, especially since she's locked up.
Fine. I'll let her out tonight.
Good. But this doesn't mean I don't have doubts about you.
Are you serious? Please tell me you don't believe I'm the one responsible for the break-in.
Well, you are by yourself in the middle of nowhere at night. Kinda suspicious.
That doesn't mean I broke into Haven. I've been here on official government business for the past hour. I won't say anything.
We saw the contract, and we figured that you wanted to sign a deal with me, but we're missing something.
It's illegal to go through other people's belongings without their consent.
If you were in our shoes, you'd have done the same thing.
I like that you stick to your guns, Miss Page. That's a fine quality in a woman. But it doesn't change the fact that you went through my belongings.
Sam, we thought we needed to search your room. Simple as that. Now, why don't you tell us what you're searching for?
I'm looking for a special stamp that was assigned to me by the government.
And you've been searching here for an hour? Did you consider
I would, if I could fit into that damn diving suit.
So, Sam, you really want to make a deal with me on the government's behalf?
That was my initial plan, if what you claimed about the project was true. But if you decide to sign it without the stamp, I won't be able to make it official.
The stamp does sound important. Maybe I should take a dive then. Perhaps it sank with the boat?
Please do, Carla. Sam and I will continue the search.
I figured it'd be down here. I found your stamp, Admiral.
Finally. For a moment, I thought it was lost for good. Pass it over. Thank you, Miss Page. Let's head to my suite, get a roof over our heads. I'd prefer not to delay discussing the contract, given recent events.
Agreed. Let's go.
So, Reuben, as you know, I was given the authority to make a deal with you. After what I've seen and all the data you've shared with me, I have reached the conclusion that this is legitimate. So, I'd like you to sign a contract with the government.
First, you need to explain to me what terms we're talking about here.
Of course, but do we need Ms. Page to be here for this?
What do you...
I'd like her to stay, Sam. After all, we'll be making history with this contract, and I'd like someone to witness it.
All right, she can stay. But she has to sign a non-disclosure agreement before we continue. What's spoken in this room stays in this room.
Fine, I'll sign it.
Good. I've already had the paperwork prepared for this situation. You'll find it on the table.
Since Ruben wants me to, I'll sign the agreement. Reminds me of the armor I've seen. Signed. Satisfied?
Not in the slightest.
Samuel, would you like to continue explaining the terms?
Of course. First of all, the public will be kept in the dark about the project for another couple of years. We'd like to ensure that we know exactly how it works.
What about everyone else on the island?
When we're back on the mainland, they'll have to sign an agreement to keep their mouths shut.
So the government wants to keep the project hidden until they know more about it? Let me think.
I agree with the Admiral. The project should be kept hidden from the public for first. The project could still be second. The more people know about it, the more people will try to abuse it for their own gain.
See, Ruben? Even Ms. Page agrees.
I think I got it. Sam, let's move on to the next condition.
All right. Next, the U.S. government will acquire the exclusive rights to distribute and produce the serum. That way, all logistic and other development costs will be covered by us.
Even if all the costs are covered, I'm not sure I want the US to have full control over who gets the serum.
I believe the government will know how to distribute it justly and fairly, more so than a private company.
Of course we will. The whole system is built upon fairness.
Sure, I'd like to believe that too. Let's move on to the next condition.
The last major thing is that your company will remain accountable for the product.
So basically, if the effects of the serum aren't what we expect, the government will wash their hands of it.
Ruben, if you trust what you made, then you know there's nothing to worry about.
Of course I trust it. Some of the world's greatest scientists helped me design it. If anyone could pull it off, it would be me and my team. All right, Sam. I've made my decision. I'll look over the contract tonight. If I don't find any issues, I'll sign it tomorrow.
Haha, that's what I like to hear. Trust me when I say that there won't be any issues. All our cards are on the table.
Now that's settled, would you mind letting Dr. Cat out, Admiral?
I said that I'd let her out, and I will. I'm a man of my word.
Thank you, Sam. Carla, we won't be able to do much else tonight. Let's continue the investigation.
All right. Stay safe until then. I'll see you tomorrow.
Another day?
Another mystery to solve. Oh, seems I just got a new message.
Carla, I'm glad you got here so quickly. The software on the laptop finally finished decrypting the USB key we found in Portia's suite.
Did it contain anything that could help our investigation?
That's what I was about to find out. There are a bunch of folders in here, but they're all empty.
What? How could that be?
The USB security system might have wiped it as a countermeasure. Wait, it looks like something remained. It looks like...
Like a guide?
Yes. Information about a ring. To conceal liquid in it?
Wait. Could this be what was used to poison you?
My thoughts exactly.
It looks like the ring I found on Freddy.
Do you have it on you? The ring looks identical to the one in the photo. Apparently, the top part of the ring opens up. There should be a small button at the bottom. Try to press it, but be careful. There might still be some poison in it.
The button is there, but it won't budge.
It might be broken. Let me have a look at it. The mechanism is definitely stuck. I could try to break it open, but I might damage the inside even further.
There has to be a better way to go about this. Maybe we can use something to open it?
There's a narrow gap between the top and bottom parts of the... Maybe with a microfiber or fine fish line, I could get it open.
Any ideas where we could get some?
I'm sure there's some fish line lying around in the boathouse.
All right, I'll go and get it.
Thanks, Carla. I'll see if there's anything else I can use in the meantime.
Hopefully, it will do the trick.
Did you manage to open the ring?
Unfortunately, no. Any luck with the fish line?
Yeah, I have it with me.
Great. Please, pass it over. To be on the safe side, I'll go and get some safety equipment and try to open it in the workshop.
Should I join you?
It's fine. I can do this by myself. I'll text you when I'm done.
Last time we were here, I didn't have time to look around. So many books. A peek into his mind. I should grab some photos for the article. What is Ruben hiding behind that curtain? It's his family tree, though some of the pieces are missing. Maybe Ruben keeps them in one of the drawers. The missing pieces might be inside, but it's locked. I can't open it without a handle. I should use the pieces I found to restore the family tree to its... A complete Navarro family tree. I'm definitely taking a... I'd love to see more photos of his family. Could that be a photo album? Ruben's parents seem so happy. Ruben was a surfer? Cool. Aw, Ruben looked so cute. Aw, Ruben looked so cute. Wait, what? Is that my mom? Why does Ruben have a photo with her? I should take this photo with me. Ruben has some explaining to do.
Carla, I was just about to text you. I opened the ring.
Ruben, can you explain this photo? I found it in the library.
Which photo are you talking about? Show it to me. Carla, I'm sorry I didn't tell you sooner. I know Marianne, your mom.
When did you and my mom get acquainted?
It was a long time ago, back when I was still a student in London. I can still remember the first time I spoke.
Wait, did you have feelings for my mom?
I won't hide it. I did. But she returned them, and we spent a lot of time together.
Did you keep in touch with her over the years?
No, not until recently.
Why am I only now hearing about it?
It's complicated.
You're obviously keeping something from me. Just spit it out already.
Carla, I am your biological father.
Is this the reason I was invited here?
You're a brilliant journalist. That's why you're here.
Am I, though?
Carla, listen.
I think you've said enough. I can't be in here right now. I need some space. I can't stay in the same room with him. Why is this happening? I already have a loving family. I can't even give them a call from this damn island. I wish I could see them right now. I think I have a picture of them somewhere in my luggage. I just don't get it. Why did my mom never tell me? I knew that William wasn't my biological father, but I never cared about that. He is, my dad. He raised me. It's because of him that I became a journalist. He was always there for me. And where was Ruben?
Carla, it's me. Please, let me in.
I don't want to talk right now.
At least give me a chance to explain. Carla, I wanted to make this clear. I would never abandon you.
You saying that doesn't change the fact that you did.
I never abandoned you because I didn't know I had someone to abandon to begin with. I found out about you only last year.
What? You didn't know you had a daughter till last year?
No, I found you by chance. I read one of your articles that had a picture of you. You reminded me so much of Marianne. And when I noticed the name Page, I knew it was your mom's maiden name. I figured this couldn't be a coincidence. So I called Marianne, asked if she had a child. She told me everything. Told me you were my daughter.
I don't get it. Why did my mom keep you in the dark about me?
She had good reason. Marianne thought it would be better for all of us.
What reason would make someone hide a daughter from her father?
It'll be easier to understand if I explain from the beginning. As I mentioned before, I met your mom while studying in London. Marianne was smart, beautiful, and courageous. I fell in love at first sight.
Did she fall for you right away too?
Not straight away, but I believe she fell in love with me over time.
So what happened? Why did you separate?
Well, when I was dating Marianne, I already had my startup company up and running. At that point, I caught the attention of one of the biggest bank owners in England. He invited me to join a group of individuals as an apprentice to learn from him.
I don't see how this relates to my mom.
I'm getting to it. After a few months of joining the group, I realized I was getting in over my head. They were not good people. I needed to get out.
This group? Who were they?
A group of very powerful individuals that cared only for themselves, and morality was out of the question. And the law couldn't stop them. Unfortunately, you can't simply walk out of a group like that. I started receiving threats, getting stalked. At one point, I even got assaulted. But the worst was when they started going after Marianne. She couldn't handle it, and in fear for her life, she left me and moved to America.
While she was pregnant with me.
I didn't know that back then. And, well, here we are.
Thank you for being honest with me. This is a lot to take in, and I'm not sure how our relationship will develop further. But for now, we need to focus on the investigation and find the murderer. So, you opened the ring, right? What did you find inside?
Right, the ring. Hopefully, traces of poison. But I need to analyze it to be sure.
Hopefully? You can't tell if there's any poison in there?
The traces aren't visible to the naked eye, but I believe they are there. To be certain, we need to do a chemical trace analysis. The good news is that I have such a device.
If there is good news, there must be bad too.
The device is in the laboratory that got trashed recently. I'm uncertain whether it was damaged or not. It's quite sensitive.
What are we waiting for then? Let's go to the lab. That's probably where the tranquilizer gun was kept.
Good. The device wasn't damaged during the break-in. Now, in the meantime, could you look for a tablet?
A tablet? Like a touch screen one?
Yes. It's a white touchpad tablet. The analysis results will be sent to it.
All right, I'll have a look. It won't light without gas. I need gas to start the burner. I need something to neutralize the spillage first. I'm not sure if this is it, but I found a tablet.
Let me have a look at it. Yes, this is the one. The data from the analysis has already started coming in. Interesting. I recognize a few of the compounds. These compounds can be used to incapacitate a person within minutes after contact, but they're not lethal in small doses.
I'm not sure I understand what you are going for here.
I think that whoever poisoned me didn't intend to kill me.
Are you forgetting that you almost died from it?
I'm not. But if the dosage was lethal, I would have died within minutes. I believe they wanted to keep me alive, but immobilized, so as not to interfere with their plans. Still, one thing remains unclear. If the poison was non-lethal, it was still slowly chipping away at my health until I reached critical condition.
Well, the ring is broken. Could they have overdosed you by accident?
Either that, or I had a reaction to the poison that the culprit did not anticipate. Whatever the case, thanks to you and the miraculous, I made a rather quick recovery.
I bet they didn't see that coming.
The culprit is only human, and we all make miscalculations.
That's right. Which leads us to our next move. Do you have the ring on you?
Yes, I do. Why? Do you have something in mind?
Kinda. I think we should go and speak with Mrs. B about it.
I'm not sure I follow. How will Georgiana help us here?
So, Mrs. B snooped around in all of the guests' rooms to find its match.
Are you talking about Portia's earring? You're saying Georgiana broke into other people's rooms for it?
It was the only way to figure out to whom the earring belonged.
I just would have preferred you'd asked me before becoming vigilantes with one of my staff.
You're right. I should have.
Either way, did you figure out how Portia's earring ended up in Sam's suite? It might help us.
No. Since Portia was murdered, there isn't much to go by.
I guess it's possible that the real culprit planted the earring to throw us off their trail.
That makes the most sense. But this shouldn't be our main concern. Figuring out to whom the ring belongs is more important.
You're right. Let's go speak with Georgiana. I saw her cleaning in the parlor earlier.
Okay, let's go.
Georgiana, do you have a moment?
Of course. How can I help?
Remember when you searched all the guests' room to find out about the earring?
Not my finest moment. But yes, I do.
Well, we found a ring, and I thought maybe you'd recognize it.
Here, Georgiana. Have a look.
What's so special about it?
Well, it contained poison. We think it's the same one that almost got Reuben killed.
Oh my. I wish I could help more, but I haven't seen it before.
Okay. Then, maybe you've seen similar jewelry when snooping around before?
I can't say for certain, but if it helps, Margot and Janet brought quite a few accessories along. I guess the ring could belong to one of them.
Thank you, Mrs. B. We'll investigate this further. Could I also get the ring back?
Oh, of course, dear.
Ruben, we should search Margot's and Janet's rooms one more time.
I guess it won't hurt to try. I'll check Janet's suite.
I'll go to Margot's room then.
Once we're done, let's meet up back here.
Roger that. Great! Margot's not here. Perfect chance to search around. There's nothing here that could tell me that the ring...
We'll speak some more later, chérie.
I don't know how much more of this I can take. People are dying left and right. What if the murderer goes after me next? Get a hold of yourself. You are Margot Saint-Germain. You are a survivor. Come on, Margot. You'll be fine. Just put on a brave face as always.
Maybe. Margot isn't as strong as she leads everyone to believe. Did this fall from her notebook? Things to do after leaving the island. Meditation? A long holiday? Multiple spa treatments. I wouldn't say no to that myself. I should meet up with Ruben in the parlor. No one's here. Maybe he's still in Janet's suite? I should check.
I can't believe you. You're actually telling me this is nothing personal?
Janet, I was only following up on a lead.
A lead that you believe enough to dig through my personal belongings? Whatever, Ruben. It's clear that you don't trust me. I'm done.
Ruben?
As you can see, my investigation didn't go very well.
Did you manage to look around her room?
I did, but I couldn't find anything that links Janet to the ring. What about Margot's suite? Any luck there?
Nothing. And I almost got caught red-handed by Margot.
What happened?
While I was searching her closet, I heard her coming in and hid under the bed.
Margot didn't see you.
She spoke with someone before coming in. Just enough time for me to hide.
Good. The fewer people know about our investigation, the better. We don't want to...
Ruben! The light...
Damn it! The SOS signal. Carla, we need to act quickly. We need to go to the lighthouse right now.
What if it caught fire from the lightning strike?
We will assess the situation once we get there. It looks like the lightning strike fried the hardware. The surge even reached down here.
On the bright side, I don't see fire or smoke.
Luck might be on our side. We should go up and investigate the situation. Damn it! The beacon got shattered into a million pieces.
Are you sure there's nothing we could do to fix it?
Unfortunately, no. We don't have another beacon, and this one is beyond repair. Either way, we should take care of the exposed wires first. It's dangerous to keep them like this.
Good point. We probably need some rubber gloves, though.
There should be a pair somewhere in here.
A pair of rubber gloves? Check.
Great. Please, pass them over. Thanks, Carla. You know, there's something strange about this incident. The lighthouse has a lightning protection system installed that should have prevented this.
A lightning protection system. Can you tell me more?
There's a lightning rod at the top, connected to conductor cables leading to the ground terminals. If lightning hits, it should absorb and send most of the energy into the ground. But it didn't. In any case, I'd better start by fixing the exposed wires.
Okay, I'll look around in the meantime. There must be a story here. I just need to find it. The shattered glass went everywhere. It doesn't look like anything was moved.
Why didn't the lightning protection system prevent it?
Was this window broken before? I should investigate. think the cable was cut using the wire cutters. Already checked this. Where did this brick come from? What? This was no accident. The lighthouse was sabotaged. I'd better take some photos. I've already checked this.
Okay, Ruben. I think I have a pretty good idea of what happened here.
The first thing that stood out was a broken window. It was fine the last time I was here.
I guess it's pretty odd, but it could have shattered from the shards flying off the beacon.
I don't think so. I believe someone broke the window prior to the lightning strike. There's a brick surrounded by shattered glass lying outside the window.
So what would someone gain from breaking the window?
That leads to my second point, actually. There's a cut cable lying outside that extends from the top of the lighthouse.
That's probably the conductor cable from the lightning rod. Are you sure it was cut?
I'm pretty sure. There were wire cutters next to it. I think they broke the window so the cable could reach the beacon's hardware.
In such a case, if a lightning strike hit the lighthouse, all that energy would go into the beacon, and it would... But it's rather odd that they left evidence lying around like that, as if they wanted us to find it.
If that's right, what would they gain from us finding it?
I can't be certain at this point. Perhaps they wanted to take credit? 1 second. I just received a message. Odd. The message was sent anonymously.
Can you find out who sent it?
Not without proper tools, which I don't have on the island. However, I think it's pretty clear the message came from the culprit. It reads, "Lights out. I left another surprise in the ruins."
This message is a bit worrying. What if they set a trap in the ruins?
It's concerning, I agree. But we were fine when we passed it to get here. It's highly unlikely to be a trap. The only way back to the mansion is through the ruins. We can't avoid it.
Well, there's nothing else we can do here. So we may as well go back. Let's just be extra cautious.
Agreed. I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Same. But maybe the surprise is something the culprit hid for us to find.
Perhaps, but I don't like it. I'm worried that we're playing straight into the culprit's hands.
I'm not a fan of this either. But what if the surprise is important?
It could be nothing.
We won't know unless we find it. Even if it's nothing important, it could still help us identify the culprit.
I guess you're right. Let's look around.
Huh. That's probably the surprise the culprit mentioned. Ruben, I found a box with a ribbon on it. I think this is what the culprit wanted us to find.
Let me take a look. Oh, I think this is one of my puzzle boxes.
Okay. Can you open it?
Well, the thing is, I collect them, not solve them. But whatever the culprit wants us to find is probably in this box. And since we've gotten this far, we may as well try to open it.
Should we hide from the rain in the abandoned house first? We can get it open there.
After you.
Let me have a go at it first. I'm not too shabby with puzzles, if I do say so myself.
By all means, go ahead. I put the box on the well. Wait a second. This is my ledger. I use it to keep tabs on all the bigger payments made by the company.
Why would the culprit put it in the box? Is there anything important in it?
Nothing particularly significant or related to Genetica.
Ruben? What's wrong?
No, it's nothing. A few pages are gone. Just notes on donations I've made to charities over the years. There's also another message left for us.
What does it say?
The next clue awaits in the cavern.
Is that all there is? I don't understand why the culprit left a journal for us to find. They could have just left the message.
I'm not sure. But I think they know more than I thought. We need to search that cavern.
Just a minute ago, you were worrying about us falling for the culprit's ploy. What changed?
We already got this far. We may as well get to the bottom of it.
Fine, if you say so. They mentioned a cavern. I bet it's the same one that the tunnel underneath us leads to.
I guess that's where we're heading then. The next clue should be hidden somewhere in here. It's vague, but let's keep an eye out for anything suspicious.
Ruben, there's nothing here.
I couldn't find anything either, but the message did say there was another clue.
I searched pretty much every nook and cranny in here. No clues to be found.
All of this might have just been a setup intended to waste our time.
What do you mean?
Let's take a second to think about this. The culprit sent me the text message while we were in the lighthouse. They knew we were there.
Right. They figured we'd try to fix it. It is our SOS signal, after all.
For them, it was two birds with one stone. They destroyed the beacon and then they managed to distract us with the message they sent me. Even if all of this was a ploy to delay us, I don't understand what they're gaining from it.
Not just to delay us. Look where we are. We're in the middle of nowhere. They wanted us away from the mansion.
Away from Haven. Carla, I have a bad feeling about this. We need to get to Haven right now.
Let's move.
Damn it. The door to the vault is wide open. They must have broken in.
Doesn't the vault have its own security? How could they have bypassed it?
I don't know, Carla.
Still, they might not have found the file. It was hidden.
It was. But they had more than enough time to do a thorough search. In any case, we need to confirm whether the file's been taken or not. Let's go in. The file's gone. It's not here. How could I have been so careless?
If you say it's not here, I'll believe you. But are you certain?
Yes, I know where I left it. I haven't gone senile yet. I'm sorry, Carla. I need a moment to gather my thoughts.
I get it. In the meantime, I'll do a thorough sweep here myself. Something is missing here. This is hopeless. There's not a speck of evidence around. Wait, what's that? The cavity is the same shape as the eye emblem we found in the cave with the Admiral. Is this a book about the Overseers? Of course it is. How do I get this thing open? Actually, I don't have time for this right now. I'd better go find Ruben.
How did it go? Did you find any leads in the vault?
I did find this book about...
Who cares about books right now? Do you understand the importance of those files? The social hierarchy of the human race is in peril, Carla. Think what the Genetica serum could do if it got into the wrong hands. I'm losing my grasp on Genetica. Someone is taking it from me, and I don't know who.
Where are you going with this?
There are no signs of a break-in, or any clues for that matter. Only the two of us knew about the vault, Carla. You're the only person I told where it is and how to get in.
Do I need to remind you that I was with you the whole time?
Yes, you were with me, but not always. You could have told someone about the vault before.
All I'm hearing is that you don't trust your daughter.
I simply want the truth, even if that means questioning my child.
This isn't right. You're questioning the wrong person here.
Just tell me if you talked to anyone about the vault besides me.
I did not tell anyone about the vault, Ruben. More importantly, you tell me that you're my father and then you interrogate me like a suspect?
Carla, you're my daughter, but we don't know each other that well, do we?
My real father would know that I would never betray him like that.
It's just, this whole week has been one incident after another. The pressure of the situation is getting to me.
We all feel pressure. That's no excuse. You know what? It doesn't matter. Let's just focus on the theft of the file. Previously, when we were in the control room, I saw a map of Haven. There was an empty area marked on it. I think it was the vault. If I saw it, the culprit must have seen it too.
If they knew about the vault, they might have planted hidden cameras around it.
Only one way to make sure. So many masks from old civilization. So many. You were right. I found a hidden camera. Take a look.
They most likely watched the footage.
And saw the vault's code and how to get in.
Then, they distracted us so they could steal the file. But it's unlikely to be the only surveillance device they planted. We should sweep Haven and make sure there aren't any more. I'll check the control room first. Could you start from the creative hub?
Sure.